All right, let's dive into our Rebirthing Breathwork session. Today we are breathing the conscious connected breath, no pauses. Letting the breath come up through the heart center, and as you exhale, snapping it loose. No effort, no pauses, just a perpetual cycle of energy moving through the body, breathing through the nose on the inhale and the exhale, or in through the mouth, out through the mouth on the inhale and the exhale. You may feel tingling in the body. You may feel cramping. Just know the more you relax, the more that energy will turn into cosmic energy. Today, our intention with the breath is a very, very big intention. And as you breathe, just really feeling into any what's perceived as bad behavior you've ever done. Maybe to yourself, maybe to others. Any grumpiness, any resistance you might be feeling as you breathe now. Any perceived mistakes you've made in your life, any perceived pressure or tiredness, lethargy, even laziness. Maybe you made or you behaved in a way that ended a relationship. Maybe you pushed someone away that you loved. Maybe you were rude to a friend, family member, and then you never saw them again. All of this guilt and shame that we all hold in our body and our mind from not being good enough, for doing things in a perceived way as wrong. As you breathe, you're breathing in the perception, this was all destined. Life can only go one way. This is all here to serve you. And even if you make the same mistake 1,000 times over, it's because it's not done yet. Not because you're wrong. But because it's not done yet. Now this intention represents your exhale breath, where there's nothing for us to do, we just snap it loose. The inhale represents the trying to change. We're not doing that this afternoon. You're feeling tiredness for a deep reason. You're eating that junk food for a deep reason. You're feeling you're not good enough because you're at that age in your life and you're not as successful as people on social media or people you see in the world for a divine reason. Bless you. Whatever you're feeling right now in this breath, is perfectly placed in time and space. Even if you're sneezing. Feel that everything that's happening is meant to be happening. This is beyond not taking accountability. It's beyond that. This is the path of love for yourself. The path of faith. That life can only go one way. And we're simply just living out our lesson, even if it's really painful, and even if we lose people along the way. There are no mistakes in life. You have to keep going through it until it's done. You don't get to decide when it's done. You don't get to decide when it's no longer time to eat the junk food or whatever it is. Feel that it's a happening within you. Very, very deep path to see that even the vices, the tiredness is here to serve you. What are you feeling right now? It's meant to be. What are you thinking right now? It's meant to be. It's a happening. It's happening to you. Trust the process. It'll be gone when it's gone. A lot of things in your life have lived out their due process. There's a lot of habits you used to do, a lot of ways you used to react that you no longer do, and you don't think about them because they're gone. They lived out their path. They don't worry you anymore. They used to. They're gone now. The emotion you're feeling now, the thoughts you're thinking, they will also be gone. We speak this way because we know we're eternal beings. We know we have unlimited redemption and forgiveness to work things out. Near my house, there was a young man about 25 years old, and he was sleeping under the shelter for about 3 months. Just a shelter near the shopping centre. And I would walk past every day to see if he was still there, and he would just sit there. He wouldn't move a muscle. Never saw him move. In 3 months, I could see it in his face that he thought, I'm going to be here forever. This is where I'll die. The feelings he was feeling, he thought it was going to be like that forever. Ironically, it was a very, very sunny day, and I walked outside my house to walk past and see if he was still there. And in that same moment that I saw him, he got up and walked away. He hasn't come back to that spot since. Our suffering comes from thinking that the clouds we're feeling in the moment are going to be like that forever. But they pass. And when they pass, we don't, we stay. So when the fatigue passes, we stay. That means we are the witnesser of that, versus being that. This is the only way we can end suffering, because the clouds will continually come. The emotion, the guilt, the shame, the perceived mistakes. The breath is watching this happen. The breath knows this is a doing. It's happening to it. The breath knows it's not in control of the fatigue or the emotion. It's just watching the clouds living out its due course, due process. Watch the fatigue as you breathe. Watch the guilt, the shame, the emotion as you breathe. Watch yourself smoking that joint you don't want to be smoking, eating that food you don't want to be eating. Watch it. No, you are not that. The witnesser watching the clouds before they move away and you remain. It can hurt. There can be a lot of emotion there. We want to feel it, but we don't want to be it. Can you feel it? Without being the sadness, without being the fatigue. Without being the need to be successful. Without being the guilt. Who are you? Are you the fatigue? Is that you? Bringing the breath up into the heart space, feeling without being, the clouds that are disappearing by. If you've dropped back, if you've dropped out of breath, coming back to the breath, pulling the breath up, snapping it loose. When was the first time I thought I was the emotion? Can I remember a time when I remembered who I was? Did I know who I was when I was 1 year old? When I was in my mother's tummy? The breath, pulling the breath up into your heart, safe to breathe into my body. What thought am I thinking right now? Am I that thought? Is that me? Is that thought me? What emotion am I feeling right now? Coming back to the breath. Is that emotion me? Am I anger? Am I unworthiness? trials and tribulations, the emotion will keep coming forever. We can be totally vested in the law of attraction, yet now and then we will have challenges of things not working out the way we want. This will continue. There will be days of ups and downs. At times we'll experience a broken heart. There's only one way we can end the suffering. Know this is all predestined. And know who we truly are. That when the clouds move, we remain. And therefore that's evidence we are not the clouds, not the ups and downs. The spirit, the breath, the love, observing, the awareness, the consciousness. Just letting your breath return back to its natural state. When you feel ready to roll to your side for integration, as you rest here for 5 to 10 minutes.